Hey guys, I'm Nikki.
And I'm Brie.
We're best friends, moms, and obsessed with TV.
Check us out every Monday as we dissect motherhood, TV, pop culture, and whatever else derails the conversation.
It's like eavesdropping on your funniest, most unfiltered friends.
If your friends had a mic and no shame,
We're here for all of it, and honestly,
we're not mad about it.
hey Maddies, welcome back to another episode of the Not Mad About It podcast. We've really been stepping up our shameless promos, and we've even got ourselves some stickers, so if you see them around town, just, holla at your girls.
Tag us.
Hopefully we got some of you from, hopefully we got some of you guys from TikTok too, so if you're new here, welcome to your niche and also mindless millennial news source, Not Mad. And today we have quite a mixaroo of news and shows on deck. We have Traitors casting news. Brie is going to come through, as always, with Karen Reed trial updates because, guys, it is juicy. It is coming to an end. We'll be discussing the Alex Cooper documentary, Call Her Alex. We're going to take a quick look at the behind the scenes of Summer House. Final episode. Thank God. And, of course, we are going to dive into Love Island and let you guys know all of our thoughts on these wonderful couples that we have. I am actually quite enjoying it, surprisingly.
No, I've taken such a turn. Last week I was such a hater. I was like, I don't even want to watch it. Like, it's so stupid. And then now I'm like,
Which was making me be like, I don't know if I like it. But then I started getting into it. It really, every season, it really does take a lot for me to
slow
build.
burn.
Yeah.
Totally.
And then everybody gets a little more attractive. When I see these people's pictures, I'm like, they are so ugly.
The pictures are always so... And to follow up that intro with the lip singing...
Oh, I know.
It was hard for me to come back from that. Yeah, that was a tough one to come back from. And here we are. We did it.
Yeah, first impressions are huge, guys. So I hope I made a good one on you guys if you're new here. Speaking of.
Oh, yeah.
Hope you didn't leave yet.
No, they're still here. I don't know about you, but it was a full moon yesterday, and my kids woke up on level 10.
Really?
Oh my God, Ty woke up just screaming in his crib, like to be collected, which he never does. He was just
At what time?
At 6, which is fine.
Okay.
Like, that's when we wake
Fair.
up, but he just like lays there and like usually waits for me to come. This time he was like basically rattling the cage.
Big man.
Big man, ready to party. Callum comes out of his room and he just starts jumping as hard as he can on the floor, like over and over and over and over again. And it was just like chaos within the first 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And I could see like the morning flash before my eyes. And I was like, we have to go. Like, we have to get out of here. I was like, Callum, get your shoes. I just like was throwing stuff in a bag.
The quicker the better.
The quicker the better. Throwing stuff in a bag, like throwing a bottle in my bag. I was like, we are going to go get bagels and we're going to go to the beach because...
Exactly. And you're not in a third world country. So if you forget something, like you could hit up a store, figure it out.
I wasn't planning. My plan was to just like go out for the morning and by a miracle make it
to lunch.
And make it back for nap time still.
Yep.
I was like, I just have to get power through the next couple hours. So I was like, let's go get bagels. Let's go to the beach. It's supposed to be really hot later today, so it'll be like nice, perfect when we're there. We were on this beach at 8 a.m. As you can imagine, nobody was there.
Yeah, which is perfect.
It
just
was
how we like it.
It was such a beautiful morning. It was so nice. The only people that were there were like walking their dogs. Everyone's saying good morning. Everyone's saying hi. We have the place to ourselves. And this is like a small beach, so there's not the whole like parking a mile away. Like,
yes, we have one of those too. That's like our safer beach.
No, this is like our safe haven. We love it there. So we went there. We hung out. We had our bagels. We were chilling. They have a.
What's your bagel order?
I get everything toasted with chive.
So do I, but we call it scallion. Is it different?
No, I think that like they just all like it's either or. It's the same thing.
But like, it is different. Actually,
scallion's just a bigger, fatter chive.
Right. Okay.
So good.
And where does a leek lie?
A leek is like
an onion.
If an onion and a scallion like had a baby and sprinkled like just a whisper of garlic.
No dill, right?
Dill free.
Okay.
That's
I love that. Literally, in Albany, It was so disgusting. Like, you just had like the circle of like disgusting food options. We had like
Oh, yeah.
Zepp's, which was a sub place, and then we
She's
had
talking about college. She's talking
yes,
about
yes.
college. Yeah.
When we went, yes, somebody who I feel like I'm just talking to you, Brie. So yes, I went to college in Albany. Zepp's was like the sub place, and then we had an Au Bon Pon. I don't know if I'm
Oh,
saying
I
it right.
remember those. Yeah, like a sandwich place.
Oh my God, a potato and leek soup. If that was on the drop-down menu,
You're
your girl
getting
was
it?
online. Yeah.
Wait, that's so funny because Andrew asked me to make that like all winter every year. I'm like, I'm
Potato-
not making potato leek soup.
Oh my God, it's so good. And that's where chives, yeah. Like
Yeah, but,
sometimes you
like-
will sprinkle a chive on top.
Yeah, of course. It's almost like a baked like it's just baked potato soup, I guess. Without
Oh my God, yum.
you could put that stuff on top.
Okay, so sorry to derail.
Okay, back to the beach, Kristen Cavallari style. So we go to the park. We go to the park, and like by the time we're getting off the sand, people are arriving. So I'm like, perfect. Let's pack it up.
That's the cue.
We go to the playground. We're the only people there. Nikki, I'm wearing a bikini top
Brave.
and shorts because no one was there. So I was like,
Yeah.
I don't care. It's hot. Like I want to get tan. We talked about this.
Of course.
Straps were up though because I had to still be a mother.
Right.
My kids are on the park. We can't like
Can have a titty
risk-
slip out.
Yeah, a little
We're
slip.
not in New Orleans. We'll save that story for another day, guys.
For another time. Okay, so we're the only ones there, and then like another mama comes onto the park, and she has a kid like the same age as Callum. She's got a baby in the stroller, 6 months old. The boy and Callum were like playing together. Like her son was so friendly, and Callum like never plays with kids. So I was like, oh, this is so cute. So we're talking, and like I asked her like where she lives, and she said she lives like down the street, and we're just like chatting, and I'm starting to get the vibe that like she wants me to make a move, like make a
Yeah, of
move,
course, yeah.
to like initiate some sort of.
Yeah, I understand. Like, she
Okay,
doesn't want to
okay.
have a lesbian interaction at the park. Yes, I understand.
Well, I was in a bikini top. My shorts were up to my freaking neck. Anyway, okay, so
That is
now I'm getting anxious because I'm like, oh my God. She's like, oh, you guys come here a lot? I was like, yeah, we come here all the time. She's like, oh, I live down the street, so like I'm always around. I'm like, oh, cool. So then I see again, flash before my eyes. I'm like, oh my God, she wants me to ask for her number so when I come, I can text her. But then does that mean every time I come here, I have to text her and ask
Oh,
her to
no.
come? And like,
She doesn't have a GPS on you.
what if I don't text her and then she's here and then it's like weird that I didn't text her? So then I
Oh my
was
God,
just
Brie.
like, I panicked and I was just like, okay, we gotta go. Callum, say goodbye.
Maybe we'll see you again.
Literally, I was like, I'm sure we'll see you around. And I just like dipped out. I called Andrew. I was like, Andrew, I am such a loser.
Hyperventilating in a bag. Like,
This super nice girl, she moved here from another part of Rhode Island like a couple months ago. I was like, she
Aw.
definitely was like waiting for me to like ask
Our
for her
age?
phone up. Yeah, like maybe a little bit younger. We're like older mothers at this point. Well, I am. You're not.
well, yeah, we are geriatric.
Yeah, I'm geriatric for sure. But I
Actually.
felt like such a loser driving home because I was like, I should have just done it. Like, what's wrong with me?
One of these days, Brie, you're going to come
know.
on the pod. Guys, tell her. Do it for the plot of the pod. Brie, we need you
can't.
to make a move.
It's almost like too much of a commitment.
Okay, but
do
it's
you know what
not.
I mean?
But
I
it's
know.
really not. So get that thought out of your head.
But I don't want to make a mom friend. I said this another time to like hang out with our kids. I want a mom friend to like go out and drink like on
But you
a
build up to
Saturday
that.
night. But like, do I want to build?
You want to just go and hang out with this girl? What if she's a total freak?
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. I just met her. It's easier for me to connect with somebody in my play group because it's like a little bit every week. All right, I'm breaking
Right,
down that
right,
wall
right.
a little by little. There's
Okay.
no pressure.
Yeah,
I don't have
yeah.
to
I
text
got you.
anybody and then be like, what the fuck are we going to talk about? Like in a play group, it's so easy.
Yeah.
And you can just like walk away. You can just leave. There doesn't have to be like an ending of the meeting.
Right. But you ended your meeting with the girl. You were like, gotta go. Like,
Yeah,
you
because
could
it
just do
wasn't
that.
a, it wasn't a it wasn't a predetermined
formal
meetup.
meeting.
Yeah, so I was just like, okay, bye.
Okay. My challenge for you is to, if you see her again, you have to.
I will. I will. I will.
Because as you were telling me the story, I was thinking about myself. Like, if I were to meet you at the park,
We're different.
I would be like, this girl is so cool.
I would feel
Like, I
that
wanna
same way
be her
about
friend.
you too. Yeah, But that's because we
like-
know each other.
Right.
Nikki, we did meet each other, and we were not cool, and we were not friends for quite some time.
Which I actually don't even remember.
Shocking.
It's better that way.
Anyway, just to circle back to like pants up to my chin, I went to get a haircut. Thanks for noticing. It looks
Oh my
exactly the same.
God. It's so long still.
I know. I was actually thinking like every time I go to get my hair cut or colored, which is literally once a year, like I never do it, and it's because I never like it.
Ever.
And I think the reason is I'm so wishy-washy when I go in to get my hair. Like I bring pictures, but then when I talk to them, I'm like, maybe not that short. I
Right.
don't know. Like whatever you think. Like don't worry. Like just do whatever you think is best.
Yeah,
I'm
just an
so,
inch. Yeah.
I'm so indirect. So then I leave, and it's not even the haircut I wanted. And I was thinking
No difference.
how when I was in high school, like my mom and I would always go to get our hair done together, and I would always get so annoyed because I would tell the hair person what I wanted, and then my mom would go behind my back and be like, oh, she really wants, like, make it a little bit lighter, maybe, you know, cut here, whatever. She would go behind my back and tell them what I really wanted, and I'd be annoyed, but then I loved my hair every time. So I actually need my mom to come with me.
Don't we all?
And just, can you tell them what I want, Mom, please? Like, one of these times you come to visit, we have to go, because I need someone to speak for me. Who would
Which
have
is
thought?
so funny, Brie, because that's you in our relationship. Like, I don't have a voice or an opinion. Like, I look to Brie. I've said this to you before, that you are my ChatGPT.
Oh, my God.
And
I
you
do it
guys,
for others, but not for myself, I guess.
me and Brie have really been challenging ourselves
I know,
to
it's
not
hard.
use ChatGPT. So we're coming up with our own captions from right up here.
Everything right from the noggin.
And by right up here, I mean right up there, like Brie's mind. Because I'll be like,
Hi.
hey, honey, caption.
Not that they're
Chat?
like riveting.
They
Oh, how
better
did I
than I
get in my
could do.
hair? Oh, so when I went to get my hair done, this is now. So I'm like really insecure and self-deprecating, but I'm also like a little bit conceited at the same time. So I'm
course.
telling Andrew, I'm like, Andrew, I'm going in there to get my hair cut. They're gonna be like, this girl's hair is so gorgeous. We have to do a before and after shot. Like,
Never once have been asked. And low key, Brie, I'm so happy that you bring this up because I am so offended.
oh my God,
Never once have been asked.
you have beautiful hair
And
too.
and I've been like doing drastic things. Like
Yeah.
I got a pretty big chop the last time.
You
Like,
did get a big chop.
you don't want to.
Yeah, I don't want to show this off.
Okay.
Show
like
off your work.
virgin hair.
You're a
Big
craftsman.
chop. Okay. Not like the clout
like,
that I would just like.
OnlyFans would kill for this. Virgin
I
hair,
would
big chop.
repost. I would repost on Not Mad. Hey guys. So that's your incentive, hairstylists.
Yeah, seriously, use code not mad. But anyway, so I was like, Andrew, I have to like look cute because they're gonna be photographing me. You know what I mean? So I put on a real bra. Like, how often do you wear a real bra?
Me personally,
Yeah.
Like, what do you wear? You wear bralettes.
I wear like a
like,
little nipple
No.
cover, basically.
That's not for
You
me.
wear underwire like every day?
No, not underwire.
Okay.
It's underwireless. No, but and
Okay.
lately I've been wearing sports bras a lot.
Yeah, but you're not throwing on an underwire.
Never.
Never.
No.
Okay, so I threw one on.
Like a push-up bra. You
No, just a normal bra with wire.
Don't
I
even own one.
I felt like I had triple D's. I put this bad boy on. I was like, oh, I can't wear this. Like, I look like a porn star.
wear that to your next play date at the park.
I felt so I had to take it off immediately, but I was like, what are these? Like, I don't even want these. Like, get these off of my body. They're
you
too
have it in
big.
you.
Andrew's like, what's the problem?
Right.
They're not at your waist. You didn't say that. That was just in my head. But I felt so uncomfortable. So whatever. I just I just looked like a bum, and there were no photos taken. I don't know if it was if I wore a bra, maybe that would have changed
You know what?
things. Nikki, I even put on makeup. Wow. No, like I walked in there like,
You did
"Hi."
glam.
Yeah, I did glam. I glammed for my haircut. I was ready
How
for
y'all doing?
I was ready for the before and afters. Ugh, God, that was a
Oh,
disappointment.
I'm sorry.
I know, that's okay.
Can I talk about my disappointing experience?
Oh.
It's nothing near as riveting as yours,
Dramatic.
but yeah, just a real quick because it's
would
just
love to.
been really at the top of my mind, heart, and soul. Before this, just so you know, today I've eaten a bagel. That's pretty good.
Okay.
Little chickpea salad, chickpea, feta cheese, cucumber, tomato.
Yeah.
2 bowls of that because your girl was starving. And then nothing.
Oh.
Like, sitting here starving. Like,
Oh.
John, what's for dinner?
You just stop there?
There's nothing to eat in this house. So I hear the ice cream man. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to eat ice cream for dinner before the podcast. Did not start drinking because I heard the ice cream man. And you can't, once you drink, like, I don't go from like drinking to ice cream. It's like really one or the other.
Yeah,
Can't like
totally.
be mixing. It's a lot of liquids.
It's a lot.
So I was like, oh my God, boys, get daddy, go get his wallet. Like, we're going outside. Wait for the ice cream man. We watch him like go the block past ours. So we know he's looping around.
Okay.
Silence. Silence. I don't know where he went.
He never came back?
He never looped around to us.
The one time?
Like, I am withering away. I have nothing. Well, now I'm drinking, so.
Yeah, there you go. You'll be full.
I did have some chicken nuggets from the boys. I was like, I need something to hold me over because I
You
will
should
not
get
be
your
okay.
own bell that when he comes around, you just ring your bell. You're like, here,
Okay.
please.
So, we have great ideas. One of my ideas, which I think was picked up, I actually have to look a little further into it, is
Oh.
that there's a Mr. Softy tracking. My idea was that there should be not only a Mr. Softy tracking, but a Mr. Softy like bell, like
Oh.
a virtual bell,
Like, ring, ring, come to our house.
over here.
Yeah.
At blah blah blah. I'm interested in some ice cream. So if you're
Wait.
around, swing by.
That's
And you know what
such
I
a
was
good
going to call
idea.
it?
What?
Ice cream.
Nikki, you actually need to go. What would that be? Like a patent? Like, how do you claim that?
I don't know.
That is so. I
But
scream.
then, like, a few weeks later, like, it came out that Mr. Softy was going to have a GPS, but I don't know if it's still, like, you can
it's
call
ice
him to
cream.
your house. Yeah, ice cream.
Nikki, that is so genius.
I know.
I actually might need to cut that out so you can go start that app. Do we have any app creators that listen?
Please, I'll give you a free sticker. I don't have much else. A
You'll get-
plethora of not mad stickers, though.
You'll get paid in Trident layers.
Yeah.
Do you remember those commercials?
Yes, of course.
That was my favorite commercial of all time.
Do you remember the gum that was like a zebra pack and it had the
Yes.
tattoo on it and you would put it on your tongue for all of 30 seconds? They also had fruit roll-ups that did that too.
Oh.
Fruit roll-up or foot by the foot? Fruit by the foot.
Fruit by the foot.
Fruit by the foot.
Of course.
Yeah.
Duh.
Were you, I know this was like big on TikTok. I don't know if it made it to
Oh.
Reels. When people would wrap their ice cream
Ew.
in the fruit roll-up. No,
Ew.
yeah, fruit roll-up.
No.
Specifically mango ice cream.
Okay, well, that I could see, actually.
But it was very strange. I never did it. And
That's
apparently
freaking
made the fruit
nasty.
roll-up hard.
Yeah, I could see that.
These are the riveting discussions that you guys get on Not Mad.
Well, you want to know what you would need for that? Because it would just be dripping everywhere.
What?
A good cleaner.
Oh, speaking of guys,
I can't believe we've even been chatting on this long without letting the Maddies know, like, the most exciting news that we have for them.
so we're big time, guys. We're big time. We have a special code for you for one of our favorite products, Branch Basics. So, we're both moms. We're both constantly cleaning, doing laundry, doing dishes, wiping, spraying, scrubbing, you name it, we're doing it. And Branch Basics has been such a game changer. It's non-toxic, safe for kids and pets, and it actually works. We started with the starter kit and we haven't looked back. It's replaced pretty much everything under our sink. It is
Literally.
the best. My favorite thing about it is that it's plant and mineral based and fragrance free, which I have 2 kids with the most sensitive skin in the world and crazy eczema, so that's a non-negotiable for me. Has to be safe, fragrance free.
I have been obsessed with Branch Basics. If you know me outside of this podcast, you know I talk about it all the time. I first saw it because I used to be a personal chef, and one of my new clients left out a bottle of Branch Basics for me to clean the kitchen when I was done. I used it to clean their stove. It was literally magic water. Not one streak, took out all the grease. I couldn't believe it. The client came home. I said, you have to tell me what this is. I ordered it on the spot, and I have never used anything else.
Now, Brie has been talking about it for well over a year.
When I finally got it a long time ago, I took a video using it, cleaning my stove, and sent it to Nikki because I was like, this is literally water. Like water that I'm spraying on my stove, and it's getting everything off. It's just the best cleaner.
Efficient.
And the non-toxic is like the best add-on bonus to it. It will truly replace everything. It's a concentrate that you add like different levels of water to make like glass cleaner, all-purpose cleaner, and it's just the best. Like we have a code for you, gets you 15% off all the starters. We'll also put the link in our show notes. If you want to just click that, the code will already be automatically applied. But yeah, you guys have to get it. And Mom, I've been telling you about it for years. Like now's your chance.
And let us not forget to tell you the code.
Oh, yeah,
It's
good call.
Not Mad About It, and that's for 15% off of any starter kits at branchbasics.com. Again, the code is Not Mad About It for 15% off of your starter kit at branchbasics.com. So exciting. Literally obsessed.
Not mad about that.
Not mad about that. I'm also not mad about any Karen Reed updates that you have for us.
Wait, I have to do Traitors casting first.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Let's do it because
So we've been like
a little underwhelmed.
like we've been speculating about the Traitors casting. I feel like since we started the podcast, like a couple months now, and there were so many big names thrown out there, and like none of those really have been on the list. So now maybe I would have not been as underwhelmed.
You were
if
hyped.
I was hyped. Like Mary Cosme, Nene Leakes, Tiffany Pollard. Like where are they at? Nene got replaced with Portia, which. Like, I love Portia, but I need Nene back on my screen. Okay, so let me run through the Traitors casting, and then we can just talk about the people we're excited about.
Okay, because half of them, honestly, I don't know.
Okay, so I'll just talk about the one that stands out to us. Okay, Donna Kelsey. Travis and Jason Kelsey's mom.
Okay.
Why?
So bizarre. First of all, when you sent me the graphic of everybody's faces, those pictures are so weird anyway.
know.
And I'm looking at her and I'm like,
Who is that?
is that?
I know.
Like, she looks so familiar, but I could not put my finger on who it was. Donna Kelsey. So random.
So random. And I wonder, like, she obviously had to have a conversation with Taylor and Travis before agreeing to go on this.
Oh, I'm sure.
And I'm
Probably
sure-
not Taylor, though, because she doesn't really owe anything to Taylor.
Taylor probably didn't want to be like, can your mom sign an NDA? But also, like, can your mom not say my name? Like, there has to be some sort of agreement
Maybe,
for
but-
what she can or can't say about Taylor. Because
I
everybody's
guess,
going to be
but
asking her.
she doesn't need that. She's just like a normal mom.
guess.
Like, even when people have asked her about Taylor in interviews, she literally has gotten heat for saying like she didn't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, she hates Taylor. Like,
Yeah, so she'll just, like, shut it down at the
she's just
beginning.
gonna be like, I'm not talking about that.
That's
like,
so true. Okay, so I guess we'll see what happens. So, and she was also in, like, a Lifetime movie, so, like, she's got the buzz for the big screen.
excuse me, who was?
Donna Kelsey.
Miss Kelsey?
Yeah, I think she was in like a Lifetime or Hallmark movie that was like literally about Travis and Taylor.
Did she play the mom?
I think so.
No.
Yeah. It either came out
Wow.
last year or it hasn't come out yet. So she's trying to worm her way in there. Like, okay,
Oh.
you do you.
Girlfriend was the spotlight.
Portia, which we said, like, I am excited to see her.
Yeah.
Caroline Stanbear, I know people are obsessed with her, but like I don't particularly like know much about her. So
I don't know much about her either, but I know she's like
people
a
are
big
happy.
name. But
Yeah.
okay, happy for them.
Candace Dillard Bassett.
Okay.
Okay, I'm excited
Annoying.
about Candace. I like
Annoying.
her. Lisa Rinna. She's gonna be
Brie?
good.
No.
You're happy or not
no,
happy?
No. She is one of my least favorite people on Bravo, least favorite housewives. I cannot stand her. I don't.
God.
It was hard for me to even watch Beverly Hills with her on it because I
Yeah.
just cannot stand her.
I
So it's
think
gonna
she's
be-
gonna be funny.
She better not be a traitor.
No. They wouldn't make her a traitor. I do have my predictions for who I think will be,
Which
or
I
who
do
I
wanna
want
hear.
to be.
Okay, because I
Dur-
have none. So
Okay, Dorinda Medley, like, don't care.
Okay,
Again,
I've
people,
already
like, are
told you.
obsessed with Dorinda, but I'm like, I'm good. I don't need her back.
the first thing I said to you was, "What?" I thought she was already on it, and you said, "Yeah, she was," but she was the first one voted out. So why
Yeah.
are we bringing her back?
I
Like,
don't know.
why?
I don't know. I need to look at these.
They're gonna make her a traitor. You think
No.
for like her redemption?
She's not like shifty enough to be a traitor. I don't think.
Then why
Like,
would they bring her back?
I have no. She must have put up a big freaking
A big
a big
pitch.
stink about
Yeah.
being off the first time. Okay, I'm just going through people that again. Oh, you know Natalie from Survivor? She has like a twin sister.
Yes.
So she's on it.
Oh, great.
I know,
love
her. She's a sweetie.
She might be a traitor.
Rob, she might be a traitor. That would be a good one.
A nice gamer.
She's
'Cause
not on my list, but
Gamers,
that's a
you
good
know,
one.
are
Totally.
very shisty.
Rob from Love Island last summer.
I didn't watch, but I know who he is. He's the one with the overalls.
Oh my God. He is going to slay it down. I'm so excited.
Do you like him?
I do like him.
But people didn't, right?
They came around.
Okay. He like did something a little doggy
She's like
and
weird, yeah. Maura Higgins, which I'm so excited about. She's from, you wouldn't know, she's from Love Island, UK, but she is like such a star. You will fucking love her. She kind of looks like Sophia Franklin, like a tiny,
That's who I
tiny
thought
little
that
bit.
was.
Yes. Oh, she would be good on Traitors. But Maura Higgins, I'm so excited about. Colton
Okay.
Underwood, go away. I can't. I
Yeah.
literally can't be bothered. Like,
Do you know what's so funny is who's the guy who I always send you videos of dancing? Clayton.
Clayton, yeah, I was going to say Colton.
Colton and Clayton.
They're the same person.
I always get them mixed up.
Yeah, they're the same people.
They are.
This one, I don't know if you know who she is, Kristen Kish.
No.
So she like hosts Top Chef and she won years ago.
Okay.
Fun fact, I worked an event with her like a really
Did
long
you?
time ago.
Was she
no big
nice?
deal. So nice. This was before she's like such a
Big time.
star now, like big time now. So this was before that, but such a sweetheart. She's
Okay,
gonna
great.
also kill it. You're gonna love her. Who else? Oh, Michael Rappaport, which is funny you brought him up.
I'm excited.
People
I like him.
Nikki, some people in the comments are like, I'm not gonna watch if he's on.
Oh my god.
But you want to know why? I
Is
might
it
have to edit
political?
this out. It's political. Yeah. Okay, so we just won't even go there. Who else? Oh, Stephen Coletti.
Oh my god. That was the first person I
Me
recognized. I was
too.
like, is
First,
that
he looks exactly the
Steven?
same.
Steven.
Okay, so there's a couple more people, but those are just the big names that I was like, whoa. So those people are good, but I don't know why it still just felt really,
Underwhelming.
yeah, just like I said, I was waiting for like Mary Cosby, which would have been such a mess, like just other people that I was really excited about. So when they weren't on the list, I was like, what? Where did they go?
The fact
But
that Tiffany Pollard isn't on is
well, she's doing that other show, but I was hoping she was just going to do both.
That must be why.
Which is annoying.
Because you were like really talking her up for the show, and I was like, oh my god, it's perfect.
I know. Okay, so these are the people that I think are going to be traitors.
Okay.
And this is just who I want to be traitors.
Okay.
Maura Higgins, the
Okay.
girl, Stephen Coletti.
You think?
I
So
feel
when
like because
you pick
nobody would
traitors-
suspect that he would be a traitor because I feel
Is
like he's
that-
just going to be like kind of like aloof, like,
Uh-huh.
but he's going to come to play the game.
And is that what, like the point is of picking traitors? Is you kind of, or they just pick kind of anybody?
I feel
who's
like
not
they pick anybody. Like I don't know how
not like
they.
Ivar.
Yeah, I don't not like Ivar. I don't know how, like Donna Kelsey's not going to be a traitor.
Right.
I don't know how they go about picking it. I think they ask everybody, like, do you want
Do
to
you
be a
wanna be?
traitor? And maybe they then go from there just to assess, like, is it going to be,
Right. Would it even be worth it?
like, is their personality going to be able to, like, conceal
Yeah.
that they are a traitor? Mm-hmm. And then the last one, Kristen Kish, the chef I was just telling you about, she would actually be such a good traitor because she's so likable. She would be friends with everybody. Like she would totally fly under the radar, but she's really smart, and I just feel like she would do such a good job.
Awesome.
But then maybe I don't know if she would do it. I don't know. You don't get like a bad rep for being a traitor. Like you're just playing a
It's
game.
a game, yeah.
I know.
It's like so silly.
But she's like the host of like one of the biggest shows.
Great. Well, put it on your resume. You were a traitor.
True.
Cool.
Okay, so that's just Traitors casting news. Before I logged on, I saw that on Tuesday, Jax and Schwartz are going to be on Watch What Happens Live.
Are you? I hope that's when they fire him.
Isn't that crazy?
It's unbelievable. And I will say, we posted our clip on TikTok of us saying that we're done with the Valley. We got so many comments of people saying the same thing, like that
Yeah.
they're almost done with Bravo at this point because it's disgusting what
It's
they're
disgusting.
doing to the whole network. The fact that they're keeping Jax employed and you're now going to give him platform on Watch What Happens Live for him to just spew more nonsense.
I know.
It's insane.
It's really sick.
Unless he said that he's coming on to give an apology, which he's not capable of doing without
And even if he did, it
gaslighting.
wouldn't be real.
Yeah.
I know.
I mean, but even if he did, he wouldn't be able to fully get through it without throwing Julian in Brittany's face.
Which is so
It's
crazy.
like, dude, get over it. Like, didn't he, like, get a girl pregnant? Oh, no, that was with Stassi. But when he was supposed to rot in hell, didn't he cheat on her? So, like,
I don't know. He's cheated on her so
okay.
many times. He's such
Yeah,
a... I just saw that and I was like, whoa, not expecting to see him
major
ever.
eye roll. Like,
yeah, major eye roll. Yikes. Okay,
Not
so
happy about that.
I feel like besides that, it was a really slow news week, but the thing that I'm really need to talk about is the Karen Reed trial.
Bree has been watching it live. Like,
I've been
texting
watching some
me
of it
throughout
live. I know. There was
Like,
a lot
this
of
is
like
ridiculous.
There's a lot of technical evidence this week that I'm not going to get into because the biggest part is the jury's deliberating, the lawyers and the prosecutor, like everyone's job's done. They did their closing statements today, which is Friday. I watched Alan Jackson's live. Chills.
How long was it?
Like
'Cause it was
over an
probably pretty
hour.
long.
Yeah, I did like have to. I did have to fast forward like through it
Sorry,
because
this one bird is like on my head.
hi. But I did have to fast forward through some of it because, like, you know, I only have so much time. But it was so good. It's going to go down in history. Like, I'm just telling you, like, this case we're going to be talking about for decades to come. There's going to be TVs, movies. These jurors are going to have, like, a career, like, talking about this case. Like,
Write books.
writing books, like doing interviews, like if they want to be known. Some people don't want to be known, but this is going to
I guess it
change
also
their
depends.
life.
It also depends on the verdict, whether or not they want to be known. You know?
It could only go one way.
I know.
I know.
But Bree literally
scared.
expected them to walk in and walk out with their
Yes.
decision.
I did. Because, okay, so the only thing that
People are difficult. Like, it is difficult to get people to agree on anything.
I know.
You could ask people what color this is,
I know.
and they'll disagree.
totally.
So
But,
to ask people, how many people is it? 12?
God, I should know, I guess.
Juror number 12, right? Isn't that like
Yeah. 13? Oh, yeah, that's like the alternate, 12.
I don't know. Whatever. We're dumb.
Yeah, we are dumb. We are dumb because I didn't realize that jurors can't speak to each other until it's time to deliberate. So, like, none of these people have said a word to each other until the moment that they're asked
Right.
to come up with a decision. Like, that's
And they could take
intense.
notes, obviously, right?
Oh, they take notes the whole time, like, and have their
Because
notebooks.
that's a lot to then go back and deliberate about.
No, and they can like ask for more information. Like they are given, like whatever was presented, like they're given to go through it while they're deliberating.
Yes, but I'm saying like they just were sitting in this trial for 2 months.
Totally. Well, so
Like now they have to go through everything and say like, okay, because of this, I think she did it. Because of this,
well, that's
I think
if it's
she
not
didn't do it.
unanimous.
Right.
So I'm sure that like they all go through the room first and say like,
Oh, of course.
raise your hand, and then they go from there, like to either persuade or one way or the other.
Can't
But-
wait till the jurors do come out and like somebody's gonna say what the initial vote was. Like,
Well,
was
so they
it
came out today. Oh, you can mean come out after this?
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
after
Someone's
it's
gonna
done.
talk. Someone's
In an
gonna
interview.
talk. Yeah, I can't wait for that. Oprah,
not mad?
I'm not mad. Can you imagine? I'm local.
Bree is like sending her emails.
Sending me emails.
Check out the pod.
Hey guys. But they did get to deliberate today, and after 2 hours, they came out and they said they wanted to go home. So there's a lot of theories circulating on like why, and of course, you know, my boy, who's your big brother, Justin Anderson, was like asking the people what they think, and people are saying like it's such a big decision
Yeah.
that, and it's such a big decision also for John's family, that say they all unanimously want to vote not guilty. It would almost be so like rude to just walk in and 5 minutes later walk out, be like not guilty. Like people are saying that they want to show that like they're really taking the time to like make sure they're combing through everything because someone's life, Karen's life is on the line. She's either going to go to prison forever or she's going to be a free woman. This is a lot of weight on their shoulders to
yeah.
navigate. And also they've been listening to this case for, I don't know how long it's been, 30 days, 60 days. Like they're tired.
They started on April 1st, no? Or that was jury selection.
I think probably. It's been a while, over a month. Or even if it's been a month, like of just hearing like all this for so long. And
I don't
it's
even know
so,
how you sleep at night. Like,
it's so much to Yeah, it's so much to just think about, even if you feel strongly like we do, but also we're following it differently. Like, they're not through the
Also,
same lens as us.
we're just all people. Like,
Yeah,
why do we? And it's so crazy because if you selected a different group of people, like, you could get a different answer.
totally. It
Which
is
is that a
crazy.
good thing or a bad thing? Like,
I don't know. Well, that's why jury selection is so important. So important. Like, that's people, like, that's
yeah, you win or lose
careers.
a case. Yeah.
Is just helping to select people for the jury. It's so
I
crazy.
mean, you never know if they picked a different jury for her the first go around. Like, it would could have been settled then.
I know, but they have presented so much
A
more.
lot
So I just want
more.
to like go through a couple facts. So in Alan Jackson, Karen's defense attorney, he did the closing statement. He did such an amazing job. Actually, everybody should watch it. If you have any questions about the case, watch it because he lays it out there point, 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 point. And basically what he was reiterating is that Karen is presumed innocent, right? You're presumed innocent until proven guilty. So right now,
Right.
she's an innocent woman. And the whole
But
trial...
she's not. I feel like it's the opposite.
No,
for
but
her.
the whole trial, it is for her, but not for these juries. Like, they'd maybe never heard of the case before, so they don't know Karen Reed. Like, we're seeing it so different. But anyway,
Right. True.
so their whole, the prosecutor's whole job is to prove without a reasonable doubt that she hit John with her car and left him there to die. Like, that's their whole case. So Alan's basically saying, like, keep that in mind. They had to prove that without a reasonable doubt. And now I'm going to show you, I'm going to lay out all the
All the
reasonable doubt
doubts.
for you.
Yeah. Exactly.
So all the doubts, and they're huge, Nikki. Like, they are screaming at you in the face. Okay, so let me start. Not a single medical examiner called from either side, the prosecution or the defense, has testified that John was hit by a car. That's their whole case, was that John was hit by a car. Nobody has testified and said, yes, John was so clearly hit by a car. Nobody, like, not one person believes that.
Right. So we stop there.
So we
Like,
stopped there.
Where do we go? Where do we
Like,
go from here?
And Alan was like, that in itself is reasonable doubt. Like, your own prosecution, none of their expert or people have said that that happened.
Right.
So how are we believing just someone's
insane.
word? It's insane. Okay. Another thing is that the tail light was so damaged internally from hitting John's arm that it wouldn't even be able to light up. That's how damaged it was. Yet they have pictures from video footage of Karen's car at 5:07 in the morning before she found John, and then at 4 o'clock when it was being towed, and her taillight is lit up with red on it.
Well, yeah, we saw her back up out of the driveway, right?
Yes. So, like, after her taillight was allegedly
Wow.
spread all over the scene of the crime, there's literally pictures, images of her taillight lit up. But it was damaged so bad that it wouldn't be able to light up. And also, on those pieces of taillight that were scattered everywhere that they're, like, alleging, like, ripped his sweatshirt and, like, made all those scratches on his arm, there's not one piece of blood or flesh or skin from John or anything on the taillight of John. So what? How,
Right.
They made scratches, like,
Right.
so crazy. Also, on John's hoodie, it had like puncture wounds, but they're saying that like that's from the tail light. It just like doesn't make sense. Also, they replay footage from the waterfall, which is where they were all drinking before they went to the after party, which is where everything went down. And while they were there, when Karen walked in with John, Brian Higgins texted Karen and was like, he said something like, so? Like, because she was there with John. And Karen saw the text, didn't answer. And then right after that, Higgins and Brian Albert started, like, play fighting with each other. You know, like, messing around, like,
Yeah.
kind of, like, wrestling. And then after that, they're all going to leave to go back to Brian Albert's. And Higgins is, like, aggressively, like, motioning, like, for John to come outside. So they're saying, like, why wasn't he ever investigated? Like,
Brian Higgins?
yes, Brian Higgins. Remember the one that Karen was, like, texting? Like,
Yeah. But who was the one who went back into the police station on camera?
Brian Higgins.
Right. And he was never investigated?
No, Nikki, there was no
He was
investigation.
the one who...
Yes, there was no investigation. That's another thing that they say is like there was zero investigation, and actually the lead investigator was fired for like poor conduct and also for having like a bias throughout this investigation.
No
and
kidding.
Alan is like, don't you think it's weird that the lead investigator, one, was fired, and two, he was never called by the prosecution?
Right.
Like, you never heard from him during this whole trial. And not only that,
Is that the one that called Karen a slut?
a slut.
Was...
So
Nice.
a couple hours into the investigation, like the night of or the next day, Michael Proctor, the investigator, was in that group chat texting people, calling her slut, saying like she's fucked, like she's not going to skate with this, like
This
they're going to
dumb
bring
bitch,
charges to
yeah.
her. And at that point, there was no investigation. Like the only people he spoke to were the Alberts and the McCabe's. So how, like, without an investigation, you're already saying it's Karen, which is just proves like they just wanted to say it was her.
Yeah,
like
they
it's
framed
such
her.
a sham. It's such a sham. Also, there was a lieutenant that lived across the street from 34 Fairview, where John's body was found, that had a Ring camera that was pointing directly where John's body would be. They never looked at the footage. They never secured it. They never asked for it. Like,
Isn't there
it's
also
gone.
missing footage?
Yeah, like, it's gone. Like, and everyone's like, and Alan's like, don't you think that's weird? Like, why wouldn't they want to look at that?
Right.
Like, that would have solved all the problems.
that alone is doubt.
Exactly. And let me see if there's anything else that was super
That's so
crazy.
funny because he's like, their job was to prove beyond a reasonable doubt. They didn't do that.
Exactly.
But I'm going to tell you the exact opposite here. I mean, I know that's the point of a defense
know.
attorney, but like,
It's
hello.
crazy. Oh, and also that Matt McCabe. Do you remember there was like those group texts? Jen's husband. It was like Jen, her husband, and Brian
Brian
Alberts,
and
I
Nicole,
think.
yeah.
And Matt was like, tell them to say the guy never came into the house. And
Yeah.
Brian said, exactly. And Alan's like, what do you mean tell them to say the guy never came to the house?
Right.
It's because the guy was in the house.
Right.
And Alan was like, come on, guys. Like, he was basically saying, like, you have to see this, right? Like, he was like, if you go back there and you guys are deliberating, like, well, maybe she could have. He's like, there's no maybe. If you say maybe, that's reasonable doubt.
Yeah.
If you say
Or
there's
I
a
don't
chance,
remember, but-
that's reasonable
yeah.
doubt. Yes, like, it's
So
all
true.
a reasonable doubt. Like, you have to be, he was like, this has to be the most sure of anything you've ever been in your life.
Right.
That you are
She
so
did
sure
it.
that
There
she
is
did
no
this.
question. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. And I was
Wow.
like, damn.
With that said, there's no way.
There's no way. And then, like, I tried to listen to the prosecutor's closing statement, and I was just like, I can't.
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't even saying anything. He's so hard to follow because he's just speaking gibberish. Like,
Yeah,
because he
just
has.
pulling
I was like, how's
things
this
out of
guy
his
even going to
ass.
talk for an hour? He has nothing to say. They didn't make any points.
Now, this might be above your pay grade, but if there is another mistrial, what happens?
I don't know. They go again? I have no idea. I
Could
can't
it be?
imagine. I seriously. If there's another mistrial, like, it's rigged beyond a reasonable doubt. Which it already is. Like, it's so disgusting, like, what's been happening. If you've been watching any part of the trial, you know. It's so disgusting what they've been doing.
I bet you she could sue them, right? Can she not sue? Like,
I want to hear from, which we never will, but from John's mom. Because I don't know how she could be hearing Alan Jackson just, like, lay it out there so black and white
right.
and still believe that Karen did this. And if anything, I would be so angry if I were her that I'd be like, what is going on here? Like, does
Right.
anybody want to solve this?
Yeah.
Oh, God, it's infuriating. So we might know, we'll definitely know, I think, before next episode, before we record.
Yeah,
Like,
I
I think
would
they're going to
hope.
come back Monday and we're going to have a verdict. Not guilty. I know. Crazy.
Okay, we'll
Okay.
see.
Okay, so I do want to move on to a documentary that Nikki and I watched. Call Her Alex. If you don't know, it's about Alex Cooper. It's a 2-part documentary on Hulu, and she is the host of the podcast Call Her Daddy, which blew up like during COVID, became like one of the biggest podcasts. She was rivaling Joe Rogan. And then she had this whole drama with her co-host. They split, and then she had her own podcast, and she's just like the biggest star ever. And we've definitely talked about her on here before because now she does exclusively interviews, and I have definitely like made some comments about how I don't like love how she interviews. Like, I have had my own what's the word?
Bias.
Like, yeah, bias, like just my
Opinion.
own opinions about her. They all are out the window, gone. Even when she announced this documentary, I was like, ugh, eye roll. Like, what do
Okay.
we need to know? We needed
Do
to
you
know
want to know
all of
the
this.
most eye roll, like, saying ever, but it's so her.
What?
Like, such a fucking girl boss. Like,
She is.
she
Yeah.
is unbelievable. I don't want to sound like such a loser, but like so inspiring.
Yeah.
Like, not like, first of all, her relationship with her friend Lauren
I know. So
was
sweet.
so nice. That's such like a Hicksville relationship, I feel like where
Totally.
you grew up. Like, you just like the fact that, and I'm like jumping so far ahead, but that she called Alex's mom like when her dad passed away.
So crazy.
Like, it just was such a nice friendship. Let me ask you, what was your biggest takeaway? Like, if one thing shocked you the most from it or surprised you the most, what was it from that episode? Because mine, I hope yours is the same as mine. Don't think too deep. Don't get too deep.
Oh boy. I think it was like her tour was the most shocking to me, and that she put so, first of all, it did look sick, and that she put so much thought behind it, and like her
Yeah.
anxiety about like not delivering like to her audience, like that. I was like, whoa. I just kind of thought it was like tour,
Like a
cash
joke,
grab,
yeah.
a couple Q&As. It was like a spectacle, like a huge performance, a big show. She went so hard. Also, I was really surprised like that her and her husband are actually like business partners.
I'm
Like
not,
they're
because
in
she's
business
so
together.
business. Like,
She is, but I just like didn't think he was as involved as he is, but like they're partners, like they're in it together.
when the security guards at her show started doing a striptease, I was like, oh my God, I love this.
Loved
That's
it.
so fun.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, yeah, let's
I
go.
wish we were there. We should have gone.
I know. We didn't really like know her like that.
No.
Can I tell you what my biggest surprise was?
What?
She's a redhead.
Oh my God, Nikki, you're so right.
Right.
Yes, I was
And
shook.
I've never looked at her through the lens of a redhead
No.
because I just like didn't think. Now that I know that she's a redhead, all I
Totally.
could see is that she is a redhead who's dyed her hair blonde.
I need her to go back to red. She's
Oh
one
my
of
God,
those
it'd be
people that's like
gorgeous.
so hot now, and that when they say like, "Oh, I was boldy when I was younger,"
yeah.
you're like, "Yeah, right." But then they're like showing footage. I was like, "Oh, she for sure." Not in a mean way, but
No,
like,
yeah, like she was like
yeah,
a
she was
redhead.
just like a
which-
scrawny little like redhead.
yeah, she had her braces.
She had her
yeah,
braces.
She was
like tall, yeah, skinny, like little gangly. I was like, oh my God, you were for sure. And like her and Lauren and their other friend were just like these three little like,
The fact that every weekend they got together to put on music videos, and there was so much footage of her as a child. Like, this has been her passion always. She's just loved producing, editing, creating, like making videos.
that was also like a big takeaway was like there was so much speculation like or people like had their own questions about when her and Sophia ended it, and she made it very clear, and I hope people can move on now, that like her and Sophia,
Were
her
never
old
that tight.
podcast hosts, were never that close. They were just like random friends, random roommates. This was Alex's idea the
Mm-hmm.
whole time. Like, she really created the podcast, and yes, her dynamic with Sophia helped catapult it, but Alex really was the star, and clearly she's so super successful now, and
Yeah.
no offense, Sophia, like we don't really hear from
You
you
could even
anymore.
see in it, like, Sophia just wasn't fully in it. Like, this was
Yeah.
Alex's passion.
Totally.
And-
And yeah, just the amount of work she puts into it, I was like,
Yeah.
damn, okay.
The thing that I found the most inspiring about her was just the fact that, like, she is great at everything, and she
Yeah.
is just motivated to be the best at everything, whether it was like making her silly little videos and editing them to be super cool when she was in middle school, or like being a soccer star, or just like, I want to be successful, I want to be in front of a camera, and she never stopped ever. She was just like, all right, I'm gonna like keep going and hustling and like making it happen. And she's just like a magnet for good things that and bad things. We saw in the video,
I
you know, she
know.
was sexually harassed by her these are all spoilers, guys. Her soccer coach, when she went to BU for college, she got a full scholarship, and she was tortured by her coach, who was a female. So, you know, that was obviously like not what I'm talking about when I'm saying like a magnet
that
of
was
good
crazy.
things, but she just has like good things happen to her. Even when she was waiting for knocked on her old apartment,
I know.
and the girls just like happened to be there and be like super cool young girls, like exactly where she was at when she started Call Her Daddy.
That was kismet.
Yeah. And I told you that I feel this way, but like the name Call Her Daddy is so genius. And like
Genius.
calling yourself daddy and the founding father, like I love it. And I need a shirt that says daddy on it ASAP. I'm obsessed.
It is
Obsessed.
so genius.
And the
Loved
guests
it.
that she had Kamala Harris
Yeah, that's
on her
crazy.
podcast. She had Christina Aguilera on her podcast. Like
She had Haley
crazy.
Bieber.
Yeah, crazy.
Well, you just reminded me, like, I feel like all the times that I've said I wasn't impressed with some of her interviews, now seeing this documentary, like, it's nerves. Like,
Right.
she's, like, shitting her pants, like, because she's a normal person.
Right. She
and, like,
has
this,
that anxiety, yeah.
She has that anxiety and, like, that thought where, like, why am I doing this? Like, why are
Exactly.
you asking me? Like, she's
Can I
freaking
do
out.
this?
Yeah, now
Yeah.
the things that, like, bother me, I'm like, oh, that's her just, like, coping with, like, her anxiety.
Yeah.
And I feel like this documentary, like, humanized her and also
Mm-hmm.
show, like you said, like, she's a fucking boss. And, like, she
Made it
has
happen for herself.
worked her way to
Yep.
that seat at the table, and, like, she deserves it. And for what, like, for the beginning of the documentary, I thought her husband was, like, giving me weird vibes. But then at the end, when they showed their wedding and he read his vows, Nikki, I was like sobbing.
No,
Like
I
their
was
wedding
crying
was so
too,
like
yeah.
he loves her so
Yeah.
much. Like
Do you know who
he's
he
not
reminds me of?
who?
It's not bad. Do you want to guess?
No.
Paris Hilton's husband.
No, like I actually
Like-
think like him a little bit better than Paris.
Well,
Hilton's
yes, less of a
husband.
weenie than Paris
Yeah.
Hilton's husband.
Yeah.
But like in the same essence of like, that's his girl. Like
Totally.
he is like there to support her.
Yeah, agree. She's the star.
Also wish that I was like kind of annoyed. My one critique of like her actions in the documentary was she had this her producer of the show, John.
Oh, yeah.
Who
Agreed.
like decided literally like the day before they were going on that he wanted to quit.
Yeah.
And she like my first thing is like I would go to John. Like why was
Mm-hmm.
she like trying to like fish for information about what was happening? Like go directly to John and talk to him. They were like, "Would you want to talk to him?" And she's like, "Yeah." Like
No, I think she just did. Nobody was like telling her up front, like John wants to quit. They were all like whispering about it. So I feel like she was trying to figure out like what's going on with John. Like, why won't anyone tell me what's happening with John?
yeah,
And
well, I would
didn't
have
know
gone
where
to
he
John and
was.
found out myself. And then
Yeah.
like she's like, I feel like I need to get everybody together
know.
after this. I thought it was going to be to like tell them like be nice to each other. Like we're
Yeah.
all here in a professional environment. If you don't like it, get the F out. And she
No.
was just like, thank you guys so much for everything. I was like, you can be a little firmer, but she said it's the same thing. Like if her husband were to go in there and be like, get this done right now, people would be
Yeah.
like, yeah, okay. But if she did it, they'd be like, she's a bitch.
Well, I feel like her husband was the problem.
You think?
Like, I
mix-
feel like it's because Alex.
he was being too rough.
Like, I think it's because maybe Alex wasn't the direct line of communication
Mm-hmm.
between everybody. Like, there was a lot of middlemen in between. Like, they didn't feel that, like, warmth and, like, appreciation because Matt was probably just like, do this, do that. I don't care. This is how it is. This is what she wants. Blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. Like, he doesn't have that empathy or whatever,
Right.
like, to relate to people that, like, they were like, fuck this, dude. Like, I think Matt was the problem.
I
Even
think
when
you're
the issue
right.
was happening, he was like, she's like, what's going on? He was like, oh, we're trying to find somebody to replace John. Like, that was his immediate answer, not to make it better, just like, oh, well, okay, we'll just get rid of him. So I think he was the problem. And
Yeah,
that's why
I
she was
could
like,
see
I'll
that.
just talk to him. And that's why I feel like she felt like she had to actually address the whole crew. Like, I'm happy you guys are here. I see you, even if, like, I'm too busy to talk or, like, acknowledge you. Like, I need you, you
But
know?
at the same time, like you have to be doing that a lot more often. Like so it doesn't
Well,
get
that
to the
is
point
actually,
where it's
we don't have to
bubbling
talk
over.
about Kristen's documentary show, but I watched hers. And she was the
Was it
complete
good?
opposite. Like, she is, like, walking into her tour. It's just, like, a different tour, like, very low stakes. But just,
Mm-hmm.
like, she's interacting with the crew, with everybody, like, hey, what's up? Let's have a good show. Like, she's the person. But this is, I could see the difference where Alex's is, like, on such a bigger scale, like, and a lot of pressure. And Kristen's, like, people love Kristen. She's a household
Right.
name. Like, she has loyal
Exactly.
fans. Like, it's not make or break for her. And Alex felt like this was, if it went bad, like, this was her reputation on the line.
Yeah. And like in terms of like a tour, you know, like Kristen, she's like, oh hey,
Yeah.
like you don't like me, cool. Like for Alex, it's
Yeah, she
like,
doesn't
oh my
care.
god, you don't like me, like that's not
my
good
business.
for her. I think it was at the end when they said like, are you the new Howard Stern? And she's like, I'm Alex Cooper. Like I don't need to
Totally.
be compared to a man. And it's funny because I don't know, like is podcasting a male dominated? I mean, I guess everything is kind of male dominated.
Yeah. And Howard Stern's like a creep.
Yeah,
And
but I'm
maybe
just
they
saying,
asked her
like,
that because she's on Sirius now, and he is like the Sirius
yeah.
radio king.
But I'm even thinking like Joe Rogan, Smartless, like. But I feel like a lot of podcast. I mean, maybe it's just that because I don't listen to those. Like
But
I
those are the
listen to.
top.
Yeah,
Those are the
right.
top ones. It's like guys. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, I loved her. I
Yeah.
really, if you guys have 2 hours in your day to watch this, it's 2 parts, 1 hour each. It's on Hulu.
Yeah, on Hulu. Perfect length, too. I was like, we got
Perfect
it all
length.
tied up.
Yeah, I do wish she spent a little more time talking about Sophia, and like she talks about
Yeah.
Barstool and how they separated and how she got a $125 million, like that's how much she was evaluated for. Like, hell yeah, girl.
Also,
And
she did make a
is.
point to know that when everything happened with Barstool, with them leaving, Dave made them an offer.
Yes.
Alex chose to stay, and Sophia chose to leave. So the ending of Call Her Daddy, it's not like somebody pushed somebody out. Alex was like, well, I want to stay. And it's my name and my show, and I'm going to get that in a year. And Sophia's like, okay, well, I'm going to go. Like,
Do
I
you think
just feel
Sophia
like
wanted more, or she just wasn't into it?
she wanted more money. And I think she wanted to leave. Like, I think she got greedy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she wanted more, for sure. Also, I was shocked to learn that after their first episode they ever put out is when Dave from Barstool messaged her and made the deal.
Nuts.
Like, he just knew.
Also, like, yuck. Some of the things that they
I
were
know.
saying, I was
Really
like,
crazy.
wow.
Really
Her
crazy
parents
stuff.
are so cool, though. Like,
So
her
cool.
mom, loved her mom. I
Love.
loved both of her parents. They were just so supportive of her and, like, whatever she wants to do. Like,
Yeah.
whether it be her soccer or her podcast and talking about giving sloppy blowjobs. Like,
Luck,
they were
luck,
just like,
9,000.
yeah.
Even her husband, like, doesn't care if she talks about, like, anything from her past or anything like that. He's like, yeah, like, let's
It's
ramp
the
it up.
money, baby.
Yeah, it's the money.
Bringing in a pretty sick
Yeah.
check. So,
So true. Yeah, their
she's
house.
doing it right.
So, yeah, you guys should definitely watch that.
Loved.
Another thing that I want to talk about is we did watch the Summer House, like, unseen footage.
Well, we didn't. I watched the part that Brie told me that I had to
Yeah,
watch.
I was going to say, the only part of it, because we've talked about Summer House, like, ad nauseum, the only part I want to discuss is Kyle and Amanda. They have this conversation that they alluded to, that they finally show, that they spoke about before somewhere, where the gist of it that I got, that Amanda basically said, like, I have not trusted you since before we got engaged. I have not moved on. You have done nothing to prove to me that you've changed, nothing to prove to me that you're different. And, like, if you're not going to change, then, like, I love you, but I have to move on. And I was so shocked that she was bringing up 2017. But then when I thought about it, I was like, no, he cheated on her, and 2 months later he proposed.
Yeah, right.
And
She had
he's
no-
done nothing in between then or now to show that he's changed.
Which is almost like trapping her.
It is, but then
Like,
she
you
but
don't
she
get to
trapped
propose.
herself, Nikki, because it goes both ways. Like, yes, but she also could have been like, no, we are not ready to get engaged now. But she loved him so much that she thought, like, they would figure it out. And I think this happens to so many women. Hello, Brittany and Jax. Like, you just assume your love is stronger and you will figure it out as you go. And they're proof that, like, they have not figured it out in 8 years.
And can I be honest? Like, this might be a hot take, but like, I truly do not like them as a couple. Like, I don't think that they love each other. So it's not even like love isn't enough. Like, I don't
Yeah.
even think that they like each other.
I think that they love who they were before their relationship got hard.
Yeah.
And everybody loves their relationship when it's easy. And then life hits. And then it's like, do you still like who you are and how you deal with those problems? Like, they don't.
But I know, like, you know this after having kids. Kids does not make your life any easier.
No.
If you're struggling
Imagine.
before kids and you're
Oh,
going to
yeah.
add kids on top of that, that's a
Yeah.
recipe for disaster.
Totally. I just
Like, Kyle, you're 40 something and you're still going out. But that's like what she's saying. It's not
Yeah.
even that he cheated. I guess it is like deep down because
Yes.
like that's the root of all the problems.
But the
it's like,
going
dude,
out
you
is the disrespect.
Still are going out.
Yeah.
And he's like, we haven't been social in years. Like, okay. Like, take
No.
your wife out to dinner.
The going
Go
out.
get a couple friends and
he's
go
like,
out
"You
to
don't-
dinner.
he's
with
like,
a
you don't
couple.
want to go out. And it's because she's like waiting for him to make a big move that he's
Right.
not going to make.
Yeah.
And she feels like every time he goes out, she's doing that, like, in spite of knowing how she feels about it. So every time he goes out, she's like, oh, he doesn't care about me. Oh, he doesn't care about me. Oh,
Exactly.
he
That's
doesn't care about
exactly
me.
what it is.
And it's like proving all of her self-doubt and like negative feelings of self-worth are true because he's
Right.
not. She keeps saying like, this is what I need from you, and he keeps saying like, well, I'm doing my best or whatever it is. Like,
I
it's
came
just
home
sad.
at 12.
And then even at the end of the summer, they show a conversation that they had, kind of like circling back, if you will.
I thought
And
it was so funny, like,
fake. She was like, well, I feel like we've had a good summer. Like, I'm just doing my thing, and like, you're doing your thing. Like, guys, yes, that's good.
yeah,
You
like,
want to have your own
my
thing.
medication is working.
I
Like,
know.
yeah, I'm happy for you, but that doesn't change Kyle.
No,
that
they
just
didn't
changes
fix
your
any
tolerance
problem.
for him.
Yes. Like, she just now, their relationship is better because she's like checked out and she doesn't care to fight with him anymore. That
But
doesn't
that's
make
going to be a problem for him because
well, that
he
doesn't make a
wants-
good relationship.
Yeah, it felt very forced.
Yeah, it was sad. I felt bad.
And like, please, I did have to look up when Loverboy, when he launched it, because I'm like, when he was talking to Lindsay, he was talking about how he's still in a high risk startup.
oh my God, it was like
for
5 years ago.
2019. So like, how long are you in a startup? Which I don't mean to, compare companies, but Ben Soffer, the creator of Spritz, he blew that up quick. And granted, he probably had more money than Kyle did starting.
Yeah.
They have a little bit more cushion. Like, Kyle is just hustling. And I'm not saying Ben's not hustling, but like,
No, money is the answer. Like,
Ben was able to have a child.
no, but one, Ben
He's
and
still in the
Claudia
startup.
are rich.
Yeah, very well off.
Two,
Yeah.
Zach Weinreb, Jackie's husband, is like filthy rich. Mm-hmm. Just
Yeah, they have a
from
lot
his
to fall
family.
back
So
on.
like, when you have a lot of money, like, you can make money.
But at what point is it going to, like, are you going to say, okay, I'm still in a risky business
Never,
6
because
years
his
later?
ego's too big.
Well, then, you can't have your cake and eat it too.
That's Amanda's problem, though. Is like, he's never going to get there. He's never going to get to this place that he wants to. Like, and who's going to buy it? No offense.
By Loverboy.
Not enough to make like a big, like a retirement.
And it's not a bad concept. Like, I don't know why it's not, like, taking off. Like,
It's because I feel like
not.
it's because of Kyle.
well, I actually did see somebody say that a lot of, like, their issue is that he brands it, the way that he promotes it, it's like, Kyle Cooks Loverboy. Like, people don't care about you, Kyle. They don't
Yeah.
care about Amanda. People who are buying the drink, it's like us with TikTok and the podcast. Like, you either watch Summer House
Yeah.
or you drink the alcohol at the store. It's like, not like
Yeah.
people are, some people do go and buy Loverboy because it's
Of
Kyle
them.
Cooks, but like, when you're promoting it, like, people don't care to see your face drinking it.
Totally. Yeah. That makes so much sense.
They're
yeah, 'cause,
putting
like,
too
people
much
that don't
emphasis,
watch.
yes, on the
Summer
Summer
House.
House. Yes.
Such a good point. Any other thoughts about them?
No, just that pullout doesn't work, you guys. So me and Lindsay are here to tell you.
I kind of like love that she admitted that on camera and that Kyle was asking
love
those
her.
questions because we've all been wondering, like, how did this?
Yeah.
Also shocking that they did have that conversation before, like, hey, like, I could get pregnant. Are you going to be cool with that? Like, okay, that's, mature enough.
I wonder how old Turner is. Do we know?
It's
Or we
probably
don't really
her
know?
age, 38.
Because, like, okay, like, fuck around
Yeah.
and find out. Yeah.
Yeah,
If
fuck-
we happen to have a kid, then okay. As long
We're
as
having
you're
a kid.
okay with that. Like,
Totally.
And Lindsay was okay with that. So
Of course. Yeah.
who are we to say anything about it?
Yeah.
You do you, girl.
Definitely.
Happy for her.
Okay, last but not least, Love Island.
Oh boy.
As you guys know, or as I've said, I like to skip around a little bit.
Yes.
So we're just going to go through the current couples. And
Yes.
also, this is coming out Monday. There's going to be 2 episodes
Yeah.
that happen in between. So, like, just bear with us, you guys.
And I also want to say, if you guys are intimidated by the amount of time that it takes to watch the show, you could totally skip episodes. Like, I don't watch every
Oh my God.
episode.
Yeah.
They do a recap before every episode, and that'll catch you right up to speed. So if you
Exactly.
don't have an hour every single night in your
Yeah, it's a lot.
busy schedule, you're good. You can skip around a little bit.
And you can like tell when it's going to be like a juicy episode and when it's going
Right.
to be like a dud.
Like we're watching recoupling episodes. Like we're not skipping around that one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so I just want to start with Hannah and Charlie. Not much to say about them.
Boring.
They're boring, but this past episode, like Hannah is like, she's itching to like fuck around. Oh,
Away
yeah.
from
She's
him?
like, I'm bored.
over it.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
like kind
I
of like,
could
I'm
tell.
bored. I'm on Love Island. Like, I want to have a good
Yeah.
time. And you don't know who they look
And he's not
like?
that hot. Like,
Yeah, I don't know if you know these people, but they look like Ashley Benson and her husband, Brandon Davis.
no, I know who Ashley Benson is, but
Okay, you have to look them after this. They look exactly like them. That's all I see
really
when I
funny.
see them.
do you know what people are saying? I don't know if you know who this is. Moto Moto. He's like the I want to say he's like a rhino from like one of maybe like the Madagascar movies. I could totally be misspeaking right now, but he has like a big bushy unibrow.
Oh, that's
people,
funny.
I love the comparisons when people do like a side by side. My favorite.
There's so many, like, all these people look like other people. So I think there's
okay,
two
well, okay.
bombshells that just came in.
Yes,
And they're both like,
men.
here's the
right?
thing about Love Island. Here's my issue with Love Island, specifically Love Island US, is that they bring in these stunning, smart, strong personality, beautiful women. The women are always perfect. Like, we love them, even if they're a little crazy, like, we love them. And then the men are so subpar, but because they're in this villa with literal bombshells, they get cocky and they think they are so much better than they are. And then they start like dogging these women. And that's what makes the drama. But it's like, where's the high caliber men?
Right.
Like, where's the good guys? Even
Which is
these
what
two
we-
bombshells that they brought in, I'm just like, what? I would have been so disappointed.
Who was the girl who came? Is she not a bombshell?
No, she's gorgeous, beautiful bombshell.
Oh,
of
she's a
course.
bombshell too. So
Yeah.
there's a girl,
Two guys
and
and
two
a
men.
girl.
Okay.
Yeah, and like the girls are always like, never have a problem with them. They're always stunning, perfect, cool girls.
Yes.
But the guys are like lame, and we get
Losers.
accustomed to them because that's all we have. But at the end of the day, like, these are not the men that are good enough for these women. Like, none of these couples in here are right. None of
No,
them make sense.
not
I do
one.
not like any of these couples.
Not one.
And that's the thing about UK is that so many of it's like amazing women, but they get really great guys too. Of course, there's like some losers, F-boys, but they're just more likable. And I don't know, they seem more even compared to the women.
I know we're going couple by couple, but can I just have your favorite girl and favorite boy?
Shelley.
Obviously, yes. Who
And-
looks exactly like Hallie, not Hallie.
Yes.
But not Halle
No.
Berry.
No.
Haley?
Hallie and the twins or the sisters, right?
Yeah, but not Halle Berry.
Isn't her name
Haley?
Hallie?
But isn't that like Halle Berry, like when we grew up?
Yeah, but isn't that her name? It's not
there's two.
Halle Berry.
It's Halle. Berry.
Ha-
Halle.
her last name's not Berry.
Who?
They're like sisters.
Who?
Who are you talking about?
Halle Berry.
You're talking about Halle Berry?
Wait, okay.
Okay, you're saying she looks like Halle Berry?
Yes.
Oh no, I thought you were gonna say she looks like this other girl, Halle, and
But not
sister.
Halle Berry. No. Who are you saying?
it's like a sister, Halle Bailey. Is that her name? Oh yeah, Halle Bailey.
Bailey.
Yes,
Yeah.
but she has a sister too, right? Am I crazy? And they're singers. Anyway, she
Chloe,
looks exactly
yes.
like
her sister
Halle.
Chloe. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
We'll
Sorry,
edit that
guys.
down.
Took us-
She looks exactly like Halle Bailey. Totally.
Yes, yes.
Gorgeous. But none of these guys there are for her. She's not going to be with
No.
any of these losers.
I want to punch Ace dead in his face every time he licks his lip and bites that disgusting little hair patch. He's always like,
I actually
I'm
feel like
like,
Ace is
ew.
making Shelley feel uncomfortable.
I think he is too.
Like he's
how
doing way
clear-
too much.
And she's being very clear that she's trying to continue this relationship with Austin. And he's like, well, I'm going to pull you for a date tomorrow. I'm like, she is uncomfortable. Like, do I think that she loves Austin?
No.
But like, for now, that is her match. And that's who she's trying to explore with. So unless
Totally.
Ace really is your match, you're not going to like make Austin feel upset. And like, it's not worth it.
My other favorite girl is Sierra. Like, I love Sierra. She's so gorgeous.
She's cool girl. Like,
You know, she's a Skims model.
really?
Of course, because she's so cool. Like, she just, again, like, high caliber women.
And
so
she's
cool.
with fucking Cat in the Hat.
Yeah.
That is a comparison. You sent that to me, right? That Nick looks like
Oh my
the Cat in the
God.
Hat live action version.
That is so funny. Oh my God. But I love Sierra. Like, we need
she's
better
cool.
guys. Come on, Love Island. You're doing this like as it goes. Take the feedback. Taylor and Alondra, these people don't like each other.
No.
Right? Maybe as friends, but
And
it's...
you're talking about low caliber guys like Taylor. You know what
He's,
people
like,
compared him
funny.
to look like?
What?
The Slinky Dog from Toy Story. Yeah, he is funny, but it's like, let's get some personality.
I
Like, I
know.
want to see more of him. I want to see him with a connection because it's just
Yeah.
not there. So he's looking like a mute dud right now.
I know. It's so weird. Huda and Jeremiah.
Okay.
I don't know what to make of them because it seems like it gets to a point where he's actually not into her, but then she reels him back in, and now it seems
It's
like he is really into her.
so
Like, I
toxic.
can't figure them out.
She's also, I don't know if this is like a hot take, but like weaponizing her daughter against him. Like,
I
she's like, well, I
know.
wouldn't have told you about my daughter.
I
Like,
know.
don't, like, do that, though. That's not fair. Because,
Oh,
like,
he was
everybody
like-
should know about your daughter. Like, I understand, like, you don't want it shared, but, like, it's not a bad thing that you're a
Totally
mom.
agree.
Like, why not share that with everybody?
I don't
Like,
know.
oh, she's going to tell Nick tomorrow. Like, just tell everybody. Like,
She did tell Nick,
she did.
and his reaction was so funny. She was like, I have to tell you something. Like, I'm a mama. And he was like, a mamacita?
Oh, my God.
And
I
she
need to
was
watch
like-
last night.
And she was like, no, I'm a mama, like a mommy. And he was like, a mama? He
Mommy.
was like, he was like, a mama? Like to what? Like a dog? And she was
Like,
like,
it's
no.
Like a child. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's,
And he was
people
like,
have children.
He was like, oh my God. And he was so happy. He's like, I'm going to be such a fun uncle.
I love the connections that they build, like the guys and even the girls who aren't with the guy,
Yes.
like the guy and girl relationships. Like I feel like Alondria is like really tight with a bunch of the guys.
Totally. Yeah, because it's cool. Like, it's nothing against the guys. Like, they're nice guys, but they're just, these girls are
Not
they need
hotties like the
more.
girls, yeah.
Yeah, they need more. Like, they're so,
Like,
none
the
of these
guys
people would
aren't-
approach these people outside of the show.
Not only are they Dudley personalities, they're just not hot.
Yeah, they're not
Like
hot.
at least if you were smoking hot
know.
and you sucked, like I'm sure the girls could look past it for a little bit.
Yeah,
Not even an attractive guy.
totally. Oh, and then the two new guys that came in were like, they did this challenge where they're like tied
I
up,
saw.
and oh my God.
I didn't see the challenge, but I saw like the coming.
Oh my God, they were like
attractions.
tied up. The girls and the guys were tied up like on opposite sides of this thing. And like the bombshells came in, and one of them that came in, they kissed everybody. And one of the guys was like basically like pinning these girls up against the wall. It was so uncomfortable. It looked so, it
Did
looked
they like it?
No, I think one of them was like, wow, I felt like I was just being swallowed. Like, it was so nasty. And people are like gagged over Ariana with her brunette wig. Like, she looked gorgeous, but I like the blonde better. Like, I don't want
I
her
think
to
she
dye
could
her
go
hair
either
brown.
way. No, I don't think she should dye it brown, but she did look very pretty.
When she walked in, I thought she was the bombshell. And then I was like, that's Ariana. She looked so good. Of course, she's a beautiful woman, but like, guys, it's not, we don't have to get crazy. Like, we're keeping the blonde. Like,
I mean, yeah, she's just like kinking it out for like the show.
you have to watch it because it was so cringy.
will.
Like, everything she was saying, like, everybody.
Yeah, boys.
Yeah, like, oh, who's been a bad boy?
Yeah.
No,
And I'm
it
like,
was,
Ariana?
yeah, is that you? My sweet, sweet Ariana.
Yeah, I'm up to the part where Jeremiah and Huda are just being super weird, and she's like, "What, did you defend us?"
No, oh my God.
What?
The
It's just
drama.
the consensus is that they are in it for the money. Like, let's just be this tight couple.
But she's
And
too
ride.
psychotic to be in it for the money.
I think Jeremiah is.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think there's actually something there because they're both, like, very, very into each other.
I think he's faking it.
That's what I thought. And then he had an out and he went back. But we'll see what
I think
happens.
he
The
has
new
the end in sight.
bombshell.
Well,
I think-
exactly. I think if somebody comes in and
Well, I think this new bombshell is going for Ace. From what I saw from the first look. So we'll
oh,
see.
I hope not.
Yeah. I think
Okay,
it's
so
going
what do
for
we
Ace.
think about Ace and Amaya?
No. He's already
I know,
like
I-
obsessed with Shelly.
No, I know, but I'm saying like their dynamic. Like he's
Oh my
being
God.
so rude to her.
So mean to her and so disrespectful. And if I was her, I would be like the same way. Like, why did you pick me?
Why would he
you
do
picked
that?
me to go all in on another girl?
When he came in and hugged Shelly, and then she was like, "Oh, are you gonna give me a hug?" And he was like, "Nah, like I'm good." Like,
No, he's
you
so
can't
full
even
of
give
himself.
this girl a hug. Like that's so weird.
I can't stand him, and I feel like people like him. I can't get like a good read.
Really,
I
he's
think
my least favorite.
least favorite. I think he's
On the
so
whole
annoying.
thing, guys and girls.
Yeah,
I cannot stand him.
I can't stand him either.
I
He's
can't
so
stand what he's
annoying.
doing to Shelly. It's so annoying to me.
I hope
And,
he
like,
goes home.
I hope he does too. So now the next pick will be the girls.
Well, I don't know because the bombshells are going to get first pick, and then I don't know.
What do you mean? How does that work?
So usually when they're bombshells, it's like they couple up, and then there's like a big recoupling. I think.
So they could steal somebody's couple
Yeah,
before the recoupling.
before the recoupling, or if there's a recoupling, like they go first.
Okay, and so then what happens? Like, isn't there an odd number now, or no?
Yeah, that's why I think like they're probably going to couple up, and then maybe there will be like a big recoupling like in a couple days or something.
Oh my god, that's so far away.
I don't know.
Okay, Beldasha. The fact that people are calling her Beldasha
It's so
is
funny.
so freaking funny.
People really want her to come back. Like I like it more now because she's gone. So like
Yeah.
now I can tolerate it. She's too
Yeah.
much. Like I'm
didn't
too
really
old and
give-
she's too young.
I know.
You
I think
know?
that was a lot of the problem. Yeah, like
That's a lot of the problem.
yeah, we just had to like get back into it. Now that we're back into it, we're
We're back,
here.
baby. So we'll be talking about as much as we can with I guess like even though they're going to be like missing chunks, but some people are watching it paced a little bit.
me.
Maybe. Yeah. Me. Should we get into our not mad about it?
Let's.
Do you have one?
I do.
Oh, I'm proud
I
of you.
thought about it today.
She's prepared.
It's nothing groundbreaking, but
Mine's nothing groundbreaking either, but one thing, again, if you're new here from TikTok, hi.
Hi.
Podcast, not mad about it. We like to
if you
finish
made
your
it this
ep-
far, we'll
wow.
send you a sticker. Leave a
Totally.
comment, and I'll mail you a sticker.
We'll mail you a sticker. Wow, seriously though. We like to end the podcast saying something we're not mad about, something that brought us joy, something funny that happened, whatever it was that we thought like, wow, not mad about that. Lots of moments like that in a day. But one thing that I'm not mad about, and this is so random, but she can't stop, she's my whole For You page, is Bethany Frankel.
Oh my god.
Like, Nikki?
I send you her videos all the time. It's
Maybe that's
unbelievable.
why. But I watch them. She
do
sucks
too.
me in. Like I could listen to her talk about anything. I love her. I love
salad?
Bethany Frankel's chicken salad. She should have mine. But I love her like supermodel snacks. Like I love all the weird stuff that she eats. I love her commentary. Even if I don't agree with what she's saying, she's fascinating.
And her at the swimsuit. What was it?
Oh my god, the Sports Illustrated.
She
Smoking.
looked incredible. Like she's just a vibe. Like she's
a
like
vibe.
Alex Cooper. Like
Yes.
just except for
She
she's
should
like way
go
more.
on-
She's where what Traitors?
She should go on. Well,
Oh, she should be on
would never-
Traitors.
She should be
Why?
on Traitors, but she would never. I don't think. But she should go on Call Her Daddy.
She should. Girl bosses.
Wow.
Same
she would,
same
like-
thing, but like she's so confident and just like she doesn't give a fuck. Like
And she addresses anything anybody ever says
Mm-hmm.
about her. She's like, "Oh, you want to know why I'm moving? Here we go." Like, "Oh, you want to
Yeah.
know why this?" Like, I love that. So I'm not mad about Bethany Frankel. I feel like my relationship with her has been such a
Mm-hmm.
roller coaster. Where I'm like, she's so annoying, can't stand her.
she is annoying.
But like
that's, like,
now,
part
I
of
just
why we love her.
appreciate her.
Right.
That's
we've
growth.
we've said this before, like you have to accept people for who they are.
Yeah,
like
totally.
you can't hate her. Well, I guess you can, but then you don't have to watch her stuff. Like
Yeah,
but like that's who she is. So take it
I
or
know.
leave it.
Take it or leave it.
And Bree's
I agree.
taking it
Yeah.
in the arse.
I don't know about that. But that I would be mad about.
It's okay. No thanks.
Yeah, I'm good.
My not mad about it is so dumb, but like I was doing this task today and I was like, you know what? I'm actually not mad about this because it gets me away from my kids.
Oh.
And I dump them on my husband. I
Okay.
love mowing the lawn. It's such First of all, it's like a pretty good workout because
That is so
my lawn,
not what I thought you were going to say.
my lawnmower is broken.
Oh
So
my God.
it doesn't really glide on its own, so I really got to give it an extra oomph. Like
I've
everything
never
in my house.
mowed a lawn.
You've never mowed a lawn? It is my I'm still trying to work out the weed whacker. Not quite there yet, but it's a little,
No.
intimidating. But I have like a pretty nice sized yard.
Yeah.
So it's like an hour of time that like I'm
Oh.
sweating and like feeling active and good, and I just put my headphones on and I listen to my music and mow the lawn and ignore my family.
Wait,
And
I
it's
love that.
it's my special time of the week.
Oh my God, I'm so happy for you that you have that.
My me time. Mowing the lawn.
Should I mow the lawn? No, I would never. Like,
No, I
I
don't think it's
can't.
for you.
I
don't think
can't.
it's for you. You in your bikini top, your tube top, and your high shorts mowing the
Scaring
lawn.
the neighbors. Yeah, no. Wait, I actually really love that.
It's the best.
Oh my God, I'm so happy for you. It does
And
sound nice.
it's not like something quick. It's pretty time consuming. So
Yeah.
it's like my time that I'm like, don't bother me. Don't talk to me.
Oh my
Sometimes I do it during Livy's nap, which is also nice, but
Yeah.
today I did it when John was home, so it was extra nice.
Oh yeah. It's like it's an extra free hour.
Yeah. And I
Bonus
feel
hour.
productive. I'm
Yep.
moving. I feel good.
Oh my God, I'm so happy for
And then my
you.
yard looks beautiful.
Winning.
What?
Who knew? Mowing the lawn can bring so much joy. All right, guys. Well, we're so happy that you joined us today. We hope you loved this episode. If you did, send it to a friend, send it to a family member, a cousin. That's what I do. Hey, cousins. But yeah, we love you guys. We'll see you next week, and hopefully we have a verdict. Free Karen Reed.
Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.